Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Hello everyone and welcome to your English class. In our lesson today, we will continue with our third unit, which is titled What Will Be, Will Be. Our lesson today is the grammar lesson in your books on 36 and 37. All you need for the lesson today is your books, page 36 and 37, your workbooks for some exercise, a sheet of paper and a pen to take down your notes. Let's get started. We'll start with the homework that you've got from our previous lesson, which was the discussion lesson. You had a question. Think of one thing that we use today and think how it may change in 30 to 40 years. Make predictions on how people will use it in the year 2050. Let's come up with a product and we will predict this product's future. How will it look like in the future? Let's go ahead in here. I have chosen kitchen appliances. These are the kitchen appliances like the blender, the microwave, the fridge, and we're having many others. How would they look like in the future in 2050? For me, I think in the future, kitchen appliances are going to perform multitasks. What do you mean by that? So I will have only one appliance and it will do many functions. It will blend, it will heat. So all I need is just one appliance. I don't have many or multiple of them. In the future appliances will be green. What do you mean by the idea of green? Environmentally friendly. They're not going to hurt the environment. No gases. It will be environmentally friendly, green. Also, they will be safer. Everyone can use them. They are not going to be dangerous. Children, old and young people can use them. They will not cause cuts, burns, or anything. So they will be safer than the appliances that we're having today. Also, in the future, these kitchen appliances will be smarter. Maybe we can program them so they will make the coffee machine will make my coffee at a specific or a designated time, and maybe I can control them using my phone. They will be smarter than the things that I have today. How about other things? How about the kitchen appliances themselves? How do you think these are going to look like in the future? Think about any gadget, any product, and predict its future. Umbrellas, cars, schools, anything. Okay, so by the end of today's lesson, we will be able to use the future well correctly. How to express the future using well. Also, you will be able to use the future be going to and differentiate between will and be going to. How to use will, how to use be going to, then we're going to compare these together. We will differentiate when to use this and when to use that. Let's get started. At the beginning, we will speak about the idea of future. What do we mean by future? The future, now we are in here. Anything that comes after now, maybe an hour later, a year later, or we will say 10 years later, 2050, or we will say in 2022. This is the future. Or we can say tomorrow. If you want to express the future, we use whether will, the auxiliary verb will, to express future, or we will use be going to. These are the two forms that we can use to express future. Let's take them one by one. At the beginning, we'll speak about future will. Will expresses the future, something that will happen, not now, maybe tomorrow, next week. How can you form a sentence in the future using will? As any English sentence, we start with the pronoun he, she, or it, they, you, we, or I, followed by the verb, our verb today here, the helping verb is will. What comes after will? We need a verb. So I will use the infinitive form of the verb, the present tense. So we can say people will live longer. People, they will live is verb number 1, or the present tense, the infinitive form of the verb. Next, we will use robots. Pronoun will and use, the present tense of the verb, verb number 1. So no attachment to this verb, no s, no ing, no ed, nothing attached to the action verb. So to form a sentence with will, you will use will plus the verb. Okay, now we're having this sentence, this picture. I want you to come up with a sentence about this picture. Use will. What can you tell about cars in the future? What do you think? Cars in the future will do what? I think that cars will fly. Notice, cars, they, will, then followed by verb number 1. Now I want you to form a yes-no question. How can you form a yes-no question? Here I will say, will cars fly? What have I done? Inversion. Will cars fly? What do you think? Do you think that cars will fly? For me, I will say, yes, they will. I gave the answer here, which is yes, then inversion, cars, so they, yes, they will. Will cars fly? Yes, they will. Inversion, just change the order. Okay, the other one. Here, the answer will be whether. You will say, I guess so, to agree, and you can use I think so. You can say, of course. Yes, I think so. Yes, I guess so. These are to express that you agree. How about the negative? For the negative, you will use will not. And will not is won't. So this means that I'm having here will plus not. I'm having these two. Will plus not. Shorter, won't. It is won't. Let's try to form a yes-no question. Cars won't fly. Don't use the not, take it out. And will cars fly? Will cars fly? According to the sentence, no. What would I say? No, they won't. Cars won't fly. So because I have no, I have used the negative in here, so connect them together. No, they won't. Cars won't fly. And instead of I don't think, I think so and I guess so, we can say I hope not. Or I don't think so. I hope not and I don't think so. So you can say yes or I guess so, I think so. Or you can use no, I hope not, I don't think so. Okay? So these they are. Let's continue in here. We're having an exercise in your workbooks. Exercise A. Here we're having Dr. Ali has written a novel about the future. So the writer is Dr. Ali. Mr. Saleh is interviewing him. The topic is for a television show. Complete the conversation with will and the words in parentheses use of course, I hope not, where needed. So here we're having an interview. We're having Dr. Ali and Mr. Saleh, a guest and an interviewer. About what? About a book that was a novel that has been written by Dr. Ali. So here we go. Mr. Saleh and Dr. Ali. Mr. Saleh, your new novel is very interesting. You did a lot of research. Tell our viewers about life in the future. This is a question. So we can start the question with, here I want you to use will. So, will you tell our viewers about life in the future? So, will you do that in a minute? Then Dr. Ali said, of course, as was mentioned in the question, of course, sure, I be happy to answer your questions. Let's use be. I will be happy. I will be happy to answer your questions. Now another question here by Mr. Ali, Mr. Saleh. He said, work people longer hours in the future than they do now? Here I want you to use will. Will people work longer hours in the future? So start with will because it is a question, and work as it is. Never change it in the future. Dr. Ali, he will say, I hope not. In the future, we probably not work as much. Let's use the negative of will not work or won't work as much. We have much more leisure time. We will have much more leisure time, which is free time, time to do whatever we want. So, will people work longer hours? No, I hope not. Here, people won't work much and will have much more free time. I want you to notice that all the verbs are in the present tense. Be, tell, we're having also work, and here we're having work and have. All of them are the present tense or the infinitive form of the verb. Okay, now let's go to the second one. The following is the future, but this time we will express it differently. Using what? Be going to. To express the future, something is about to happen or will happen, is going to happen in the future. So how can I form a sentence using a be going to? As in any English sentence, we start with the he, she, it, the pronouns, they, you, or we, followed by, I'm going to follow this formula, which is be going to. So what is the be? Be, I will use is, are, or am. This is for the be. Be, is, are, or am. Followed by, as written there, going to. What do we use after to? Usually use the infinitive form of the verb, which is the present tense. She is going to do. They are going to do, and I am going to do. Examples: cars are going to be electric. So this is the subject or the pronoun. Are going, because here we're having they, to be, infinitive form of the verb. One more. Saudi Arabia is going to be better. So this is the subject. It is going to be, the infinitive form of the verb, is going to become a better place. Okay, now let's try to form a sentence. Predict the future based on the picture that you can see in here. Here we're having people and a planet. This is Mars, not Earth, it's Mars. So I believe that people are going to live on Mars. What have I done? This is the subject, people, they are going to, and I have used live, the present tense of the verb. People are going to live on Mars. Now I want to form a yes-no question. I would say, are people going to live on Mars? What have I done? Inversion. PR, people, just change the order. Are people going to live on Mars? Check the sentence. I will answer with, yes, they are going to live on Mars. Or you can say, I guess so, and I think so. I guess yes, people are going to live on Mars. Or I think so, I think people are going to live on Mars. You can answer with a negative answer, saying no, I don't think so. So no, they aren't. Just no with the not. They are not. And you can replace the no with I hope not, and I don't think so. I hope not, I don't think so. I don't think so that people are going to live on Mars. Okay, here, back to your workbooks. Exercise B. Now, Mr. Saleh asks Dr. Ali about robots in the future. Not the novel, this time it's about the robots. Complete the interview with be going to and the words in parentheses. And this time I want you to use I think so, I don't think so, where needed. So we're not going to use will. It is be going to. Okay, here Mr. Saleh and Dr. Ali. Mr. Saleh, in your novel, your main character is a robot. Now he is asking a question. So we will put the sentence, which order? Well, are robots going to become part of our lives anytime soon? The question is asking about be going to. So robots, they, so I'm going to use are. Are robots going to become part of our lives anytime soon? Dr. Ali, he will agree. I think so. In a few years, stores robots to clean your rugs and cut your grass are going to sell. So be, which is the are because we have stores, not one, are going to sell robots to clean your rugs and cut your grass. Mr. Saleh, this is a question as well. So we will start with the helping verb. Robots, so are robots be going to be smart enough to be companions, friends to people? So robots are robots going to be smart enough to be companions to people? Dr. Ali, actually, in this century, robots pass humans in intelligence. So let's use robots are going to pass. Robots are, and we have used pass. They are going to pass. They are smarter than people. And people have robots as co-workers. You're going to work side by side with them. Co-workers. So people are going to have robots as co-workers. Let's notice the format in here. The verbs are all in the present. Become. Here we're having sell as well as be, pass, and we're having have in here. The verb to be depends on the subject. Is it robot? So it will be is. Robots, so it will be are. Okay, check the subject and it will be easier for you. Now let's try to unscramble the questions. Here we're having questions and I want you to put these questions in order, the correct order. People will longer live. What do we say in here? The correct order is, will people live longer? This is the correct order for a question. How about the second one? Houses smart are going to be. Are houses going to be smart? Yes, they are going to be smart or no. Now let's try to unscramble the sentences. These are in negative. Will cars fly not? Notice it is actually a sentence. So we will start with the subject. Cars will not, won't fly. Aren't control us. Robots going to. Robots are not going to control us. Notice the not, the negative comes after the verb which is are, the helping verb which is are here and will there. Okay? Now we have taken the will, how to express the future using will, and how to express it using going to. However, how can we differentiate between when can I use this and when can I use these? They are not exchangeable. Sometimes these and sometimes those. Let's read these sentences. I am sure that the future is going to be better. So we highlighted the idea of being sure. So when you are sure, here we have used is going to be. Another one, maybe we will have flying cars. He's not sure, maybe. So we have used will. Next, we are going to use robots. Are going to. And here, probably, maybe, robots will teach us. So when do we use this and when do we use that? Here we're having will and be going to. If you are trying to offer something, give someone something, you will use will. We don't have any milks. Then I will offer, I will get you some. It's a kind of a promise. I will do it for you. Also, uncertainty. I'm not very sure about what I'm saying. Uncertainty. So here, like, maybe I will arrive early. I'm not sure. Maybe. Or if you are making a promise, I promise I will help. So 3 situations. If you are giving an offer, if you are trying to give a promise, and if you are not sure about it. However, if you are making a plan, speaking about a plan, we are going to spend holiday in Abha. I am sure I have got my tickets. And also, certainty. I am sure we are going to have fun. So, if you are certain or sure you're having your own plan, I am going to do this. Okay, to make things easier for you, just remember a pregnant lady. She is pregnant. This is the situation. She have a baby soon and she have a baby girl soon. One time we will use will and the other time we will use going to. If a lady is pregnant, we are sure that she will deliver a baby. She's coming up with a baby. She is going to have a baby soon. The baby, whether a boy or a girl, we're not sure. However, speaking about the gender of the baby, I will use will. So, you can see that she is pregnant. She is going to have a baby soon, sure, and she will have a baby girl soon because it's 50%, maybe a boy or a girl. Okay? Now let's try to do this exercise. Exercise E in your books, in your workbooks. Fadwa is writing an email to her friend Nawal. So we're having an email between Fadwa and Nawal. Complete the email, use sometimes when, will, other times going to. So, hi Nawal, I have awesome news to tell you. Next week, I fly to Abha. She's specifying, she's sure about it. So I am going to fly to Abha. Yes, she's going to Abha. I've got my ticket. I am going to travel or to fly to Abha. I go with my family. A plan. I am going to go with my family. And we spend the whole month of June there. A plan as well. And we are going to spend the whole month there, the whole month of June there. Probably, maybe, this is my keyword. Probably, it will take. So, probably, because I'm not sure, it will take 20 hours to travel there. Not fun. Oh no, I don't have anything to read on the plane. Maybe, this is my other keyword, maybe I buy a big novel at the airport. I will buy a big novel at the airport. Have fun at work next week. So when we're speaking about the plans, going to, otherwise we will use the other one, which is probably, maybe. We have used will. Okay. Now the same in your workbooks, exercise C, I want you to look at the picture and write 6 sentences using will or want, be going to, or be not going to make predictions about cities of the future. Just look at the whole pictures. We're having flying cars, robots, people walking on sidewalks, and we're having cars. What sentences can you come up from here? We can tell that cars won't have wheels. Notice, these are the cars, no wheels, will not have wheels. Cars are going to fly. These are they. Cars are going to fly. Also, I can say robots will help people. Look at this robot helping this little girl. Will help people. Also, cities are not going to have parks. Look at the whole picture. we don't have any parks or trees. Are not going to have parks. There will be steel sidewalks. Look at this sidewalk. People are walking on a sidewalk and it is made of steel. There will be steel sidewalk, the pavements. And cities won't have bus stops. Look at the whole thing. We don't have a bus stop, so will not have bus stops. What else can you see? You can use will, won't, be not going to. Okay, for your homework, I want you to refer to your workbooks, page 103, and exercise G there. Just answer use will, won't, be not going to. Okay, I guess that is it for our lesson today, and thank you so much for your time.